Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me. I was just moving my cursor over the chat, and I see that um, we're all here together, all friends. So thank you for joining me tonight. And I have purposely not put a lot of expectation or mental energy into this session tonight. Instead, I chose to go into a deep rest earlier this afternoon. So I just feel very relaxed and open. So thank you again for joining me. And I do invite us to drop into the field together. And who was it, Kathy? You were saying so wonderful to connect heart to heart in such a beautiful spiritual season, and I couldn't agree more. I'm finding myself feeling a bit emotional, actually, even as I connect with each of you. And I say each of you because I feel like I'm speaking to each of you individually, even though there are many looking back at me. I'm certainly looking back at you in my with my heart mind. And I was just telling Mark, I don't know how many days ago, it hasn't been that many days ago, that I feel like I am in this period of rededicating myself to service and to my alignment with that which guides me. And in this particular case, it's Christ consciousness. And back in September, I found myself rededicating myself to my service in the alignment of anchoring and sharing Christ consciousness with all who cross my path as more of a stance of embodiment. And of course, then we were busy being with so many of you that are on the call tonight in community, which I totally loved. And then off to Spain we went, and in one spiritual place, one cathedral after another, I was so deeply moved, not by all the gold and the ornate things I saw inside these churches, but by the people that came in with such a stance of humbleness. They were just such beautiful people in the way that they come into those beautiful places, but they're coming in with such simplicity. And I recognize that that's actually what breaks us open. Is we don't really have to go through hardship and pleading and begging with the Lord to be healed or to be shown the way. It's that stance of right alignment, and we have all figured out. I know we have, because I'm speaking to my peers here, that the right alignment. When we are in right alignment, we're incredibly joyful. We're joyful. We're grateful. We're feeling, no matter what is happening, that deep inner stillness within us. And some of you have heard me share that really since about late August, early September, I just have been in that really deep state of peace. And that doesn't mean that the stuff that's in my life is not dynamic and things going on, but I can just really feel that sense of bedrock, unshakable inner peace. And the only thing I can think of is that something cracked me wide open during that time of being in community and experiencing the things that I experienced with spirit, realizing that especially the inner earth beings that identified themselves as the very early light beings on the planet. And since it's, you know how that is when you're thinking about something, you're focused on trying to figure things out, and suddenly, no matter where you look and how you look, there's reminders of what that is and how that is everywhere. Well, in my orbit, I have just run across one thing after the other that talks about light beings coming from the sky. And of course, we have this amazing, some call it a comet, some call it a spaceship. Personally, I think it's a spaceship from what I've been shown and told, that's coming, like our ancestors have returned to this sector of the galaxy and bringing new codes for us. And so that's kind of where I'd like to begin tonight, with the setting of intention. I'd like to set the intention, and I'll just articulate it, is the full and complete alignment with Christ consciousness, whether we're male or female, whether we follow the path of Yeshua, Isa, or the path of the Magdalene, the divine feminine, or perhaps we follow the ancient ones, the those beings that first came to this planet, and as source beings, and perhaps we just simply love Earth, and your focus of devotion and gratitude goes to the Earth, and or all of the above. So let's set our intention, and I'd love to feel into the field for what you would like to better understand, what kind of energy is waiting for us here. I know I did a little bit of a meditation before I pushed that start button, and the energy is very highly refined, ready to come in. So I'm anxious and happy to do so. So with that, let's take a moment focusing on third eye, heart, palms of hands. And when you're ready, the chat is the best way that I can kind of see what's going on with you. And as you feel so motivated, while we're in this field, in this adjoining. So we're setting up a field for highest expression. I'm hearing the words in the holy days, entering into the holy. They're saying holy is holographic field for the reshaping of our future. And so please, if you will, set your intention for that now moment and forward moving message and energy that's going to help us and support us to do exactly that. I'm hearing in my left here the winged ones. The winged ones are here. It's fascinating as I read your intentions and tune into your particular intention, the energy that you are bringing into this unified field is really quite wonderful. And each intention has its own flavor. So I love how we're building the field together. Thank you. Oh, that word allowing is a big one. Interesting. Allowing, surrender, accept. Oh, so we have a manifester among us. I love that. Thank you. I've seen the cities of light in the higher fields, and I've asked the question, and when are they going to anchor? When are we going to ascend so that we're in that higher bandwidth so that the manifestation takes place? And I'm feeling and seeing evidence all around us, and with ease and grace. And synchronicity is a beautiful manifestation that's showing us that we're headed in the right direction, as in the right aligned direction, as we stay open and listen. So I love your intentions. So thank you. And if you have more as we go along, please do put them in the chat. So it's fascinating to me that the higher beings, the higher realm beings, are sort of configuring themselves based upon your intention, because of course we can talk about all kinds of things, but it's the energy, the frequency alignments that's most important here. And they're saying yes, 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 we are answering the call to be with you. And certainly clarity of action is in the field now in terms of next steps. Wow, just dropped in. Do not be disappointed by the events of this world. We have told you many times that the world as you know it is shifting, radically so. The earth changes, the tectonic plate structures, the weather patterns, the economic winds are changing too. The forces of safety and stability for how you have come to anticipate or to expect. You must not stay asleep. You must awaken. There's a mixture of beings here because of your intentions, the way that the energy is coming in through the setting up this intentional field. There's sort of addressing worldly things first, and I feel that right here in the body, in the will center, the physical, the what's going to happen next feeling, like you're about to get on a roller coaster and you know it's going to be a wild ride, but at the same time, it's playful, it's fun. That's what the soul considers, and yet here we are. Um, so we have ancestors that have shown up primarily. Gets a little weird. Ancestors from our future. This is not going to make sense right away, but ancestors from our future. What they're saying is that we are obliterating the timeline from before. And these ancestors from our future are speaking to us from a different timeline, because we have, quote unquote, blown through the older, more protracted, more dramatic timelines. We are upshifting in frequency so radically, so quickly. We are headed for liberation, as Mark's got that as his intention, to be liberated from the shackles of this current time space continuum that is no longer. We are witnessing, like the waves washing away the messages on the sandy shore, the SOSs, they are dissipating because there is no longer an emergency. There's no longer a need to be saved from impending catastrophe. You are in the field. You are great navigators. You are seasoned sailors to navigate the seas, the great seas, as they ebb and turn and shift. And You are to remember that, and I love what you just reminded us all of, Morgaine, that we are pulling our future to ourselves. And that is really a wonderful way to explain these ancestors from our future representing timelines that are no more. And these future ancestors they're not trapped. They're here to give us the benefit of their wisdom, what they've learned from going through. And this is not going through these timelines and these energies. Uh, we are not looking at our future selves. We are looking at what would have been had we not fully upshifted in our individual and collective frequency. And they're saying, we know that some of you are still suffering the consequences of your belief system, that you are not good enough, or that you were not up for the task, or you are not worthy, or you are not able to speak to the endurance of your soul while you are embodied. And we are here to tell you that you are magnificent. They're literally going, you are magnificent, with big, beautiful, round, sunlight, light, firework kind of excitement. And in a way, our ancestors in the future are celebrating our liberation. They're celebrating they're showing me shackles around the wrists and the ankles and the waist from before. And they're saying, no more the shackles. You have broken through the shackles of your belief, what you have been told and programmed in your human nature to believe. It is an illusion that is no more. And you are recognizing that you have the capacity within you, that whatever you desire, whatever you feel, whatever you wish to create is within you. The inner doorways are open, and there is nothing you need do to prove yourself, to prove your worth, to feel that you must be saved or rescued from your own human nature. This is not true. This is never was true. And yet they're showing me layers and layers and layers and layers of sort of grayness. This is where anger, depression, malaise, giving up hope comes from. It's not because the light inside of you is less brilliant. It's because for many, many, many incarnations we have been kind of walking through a gray fog of frequency. And yet now we're liberated. Now we know that we can create. And it feels as though I'm going to say the eyes looking in, the controllers, the police state, if you will, the warring factions that have worked to control human nature for eons, it appears as though they are closing in on the world, and the upsets and the violence designed to scare are no longer. They are not scaring. They are causing the liberated ones to set our resolve for this to be no more, to bring calm and peace and compassion. That has been the turnkey from the very beginning. The turnkey, if you will, for the path toward liberation has been and always will be compassion. Compassion must be aligned with truth. Compassion is the altruism of your human race. And this is why you are here. This is why you are in form in present moment, because your love, your great love as being a creator, a liberated creator being, is to be merged with compassion. And we say, bravo, bravo, a job well done. You shall be finding that the pathway forward shall be quite accelerated, full of pleasant surprises along the way. You are not to be concerned about they're saying your pocketbook. You're to invest in yourselves. You're to invest into your present future. And you are not to rely upon outside sources to advise and counsel they're talking about people that are in the world of, let's say, uh, in anything, politics, environment, finance, the markets, society, norming, uh, because you have within you the answer to your present future. You have the doorway is open. If you rely upon individuals that are in present past or past, what they shall advise you or to convince you to for your forward movement will be as though you are being constricted or moving backwards. You must not buy into belief. They're talking about belief. To believe that something outside yourself is more advanced in these areas. They are not. They are working on the timeline that is disappearing. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's just so joyful. They're oh, they're showing me like a lake, a beautiful lake. I used to live in California, and we'd go over the Sierra Nevada mountains and into the desert, and flat in the summertime, and you'd look out and it appeared as though it was this beautiful lake in front of you. Well, you get closer and closer and closer, and the closer that you got, the lake would disappear, and you'd realize it was just a mirage. It was desert, and it appeared that the lake was in front of you. So it's sort of like projecting forward to something that's not real. And they're saying the only thing that's real and that you can count on is the inner promptings that come to you. And as you pay attention and recognize that the pods of light, the codes of light, are here to rewire our very DNA and how we communicate, how we see, how we move, how we do the dance of life. They're saying that you shall recognize that all is quite well. And I'm looking at this beautiful, spectacular being in front of me, and she's got uh, golden field all around her, and she's got beautiful pastel colors, but she's flowing, and she's probably, I would say, I'm looking up probably at my ceiling, but she's about 20 feet tall, just hovering above. I feel like I just asked her, who is she? Who? And she is, I am the mother of all. I am the mother of all. I love you. I love you. You must know this, that I love you. You have nothing to prove. You have nothing to prove for your worth. I love you. You are all God's children, and I am the mother of all. This feels to me, names are just so not workable, but I see ISIS, Isis, and with a big I, she's saying this is the first time I incarnated and came into a form to guide the people. Was during the time of the ancient, what you might call the ancient Sumerians, and I was here to teach them about being God's chosen ones, for they were part human, and they came from many different light races to populate the earth and to bring a great wave of insight and intellect and understanding to the earth. And she's saying, and this is why you're here now also. You're here to bring a great wave of light, of love to the earth. And all of your dreams, all of your promises prior to your current incarnation shall be fulfilled. You have nothing to be worrying. She's showing me titillating energies across our field, which gets us sort of upset, and we start to churn and we start thinking, well, maybe I don't have it right. This feels like static electricity to me, that causes us to start churning, and we start to doubt ourselves, and we start looking outside. And that's what she's saying. Don't look outside, look inside, be in your inner core, in your inner awareness. This is where I shall be with you. I shall be like a mother. I am your mother, hovering around you. As you listen, I am here with you. I am here in your heart of hearts. I speak to you. I speak to you from the cosmic heart, mother of all, to your heart, embodied. You must see this, because the visual representation follows the frequency. You follow the frequency, and the manifestations of your heart's desire shall be realized. Your time has arrived for the anchoring of light as an embodied one, and you have more power within you than you currently recognize. It is the great coming. It is the great coming of the Christ consciousness, that you shall know. Uh, they're saying in human form, first the father, then the mother, and in the higher realms, first it is the mother and then the father. The father is the container, the father is the structure, the mother is the nurture, the mother is the activator, the activator of the heart. You cannot move into your highest timeline with a dry heart, with a closed heart, with a troubled heart, with a sad heart. You must understand that you have crossed the threshold as a collective consciousness, and your brethren are here with you. They shall walk among you. They are already here. They are sending. They're sending. She's really talking about the physical manifestation of our star brothers and sisters, represented as a collective oneness coming to us, and transferring frequencies that open our heart and our energy body, so that we can understand and see more of what's available to us. And the cities of light are alive and well, that shall be made manifest, that we shall understand that we are not to focus on the past misgivings of what is occurring. The power dynamics of this physical world shall shift and morph and change radically. And it is appropriate, because it is leaving, giving way for the higher waveform of oneness, of light, to come into your heart, come into your awareness of your heart of hearts. And so the structure that we have been integrating and been tapped into and have been reaching up or out in front of us, she's the mother of all, is saying, the structure has arrived. The structure has arrived. And you shall find that the waveform of light shall guide you all the days of your life here upon this beloved blue planet. And now they're showing me a picture of footprints in the sand, and we've all heard that story, I'm sure, of a troubled one walking along and praying to Jesus to help for help. And as one looks back, he's saying that you felt that there were two sets of footprints, but there was only one, because I was carrying you. And in reality, that's an old paradigm They're saying, you are that. You are Christ consciousness, and we are one. We are walking together. One is not carrying the other. We are walking side by side, and we are walking together. You have come to the realm of light that I am, that we are. We are brothers. We are sisters. We are here as a together. It is the alignment with our Father that I speak to. And this is this is Jesus with his hands up high, and he's looking up to the sky, and he's saying telekinetically, we are one. We are one. I mean, I literally feel his light body overlaying mine right now, but he's saying, I'm not overlaying you, you're overlaying yourself. I invite us all to, each of us, to take a moment and feel this overlighting. He's providing this for each and every one of us, not just me having this crazy experience here in front of all of you, but if you can take a moment and soften your mind, and he's giving us a wonderful feeling of what it means to be inside of a beautiful column of light. And he's saying, yes, I and my Father are one. I come to you from my Father. My Father sent me, and I have left you from before in spirit, and yet I am always here. He's showing me the angelic beings of light, how the angelic beings are like the Holy Spirit, that they minister to us, and there's a direct linkage, heart mind, that's a whisper away from any question that we have. It's always answered in the moment that is asked, because it's received in the heart. But many of us, when we are troubled, we have noise around us, so it's harder. But when we are quiet and we feel and we sense and we see the feeling and the knowing, we are in it, we see the light. And he's saying, yes, he's showing me a picture. He's showing me a picture of a boat on a water, and he said, I and Peter are brothers. We are brothers. We walk together. We fish together. We minister together. We go to the villages together. This is kind of blowing my mind. He's saying, yes, I shall see you again. I shall see you again. What he's talking about is, because he's showing me a vision of the green villages, the what we would perceive as a future outpicturing of our communities, and so many of them are built in a dome-like shape, because that's the plasmic field that we amplify from our heart, and we build a heart coherency field, and that anybody that can feel that eventually will be able to see these plasmic fields around these enclaves of community. And inside the enclaves are beautiful green pastures and fruits and vegetables, and the pranic life force is much higher. And people come there. They're showing me people with tubes from the outer atmosphere come to be inside the plasmic field to heal and to regenerate on a cellular level inside this plasmic field. And there are what appears to be those same glowing blue lit tables that I've seen up on the starships, and they're some people call them med beds. I haven't studied med beds, but I know that it's a crystalline kind of material. It's like a space material that we don't actually have them in our present moment. They're telling me this is coming in another so many months or years into our future as a common everyday capacity instrument to repair the cellular damage that's done from our environment. So apparently, something is happening in the interim over the next couple of years where our environment is going to become so toxic to many, many people that these plasmic domed areas are going to become a way for people to regenerate on the cellular level. And so, as you recognize, I think my camera just left me. So tell me if I've lost you in that way. And if not, again, either way, I'll keep talking. So as you move forward in a way that is amplifying that plasmic field, that well, I'm gonna unplug the video, if you will, the little plug, and plug it back in. It'll hopefully reset it. But as long as you guys can hear me, I'm guessing that's going to be okay. So as we recognize, as we're in this field and we're consciously amplifying the field within ourselves and one another, then the reality of life and living begins to shift and morph and change. And so I'm going to pause for a moment to make sure I just check my system to, okay, as long as we're plugged in and good. The technology's been weird lately. This is a message especially for my dear friend in Colorado. Um, they're saying that it is time for those of you that were with the Father, were with the Son during the time of the Great Ascension, to begin to put into practice your teaching, that the time of hiding away from what appears to be potential oppressive authority has come and gone. Those control grids have been eliminated, and you are to, for lack of a better word, to be free, to be liberated, to energetically come out into the open, because the Christ consciousness, the codes that are here to liberate the whole of humanity by simply getting quiet within one's heart is upon us now. And you have codes in your hands, your heart, uh, your third eye, that are here for others to partake of. And those of you that have walked with Christ, were at the foot of the cross, that were part of the Magdalene sect, that were part of the discipleship. There were many, many disciples, not just 12. Those were the ones that survived the stories. They're saying you are to come out in the open now, and to he's saying to partake of the sacred ritual, to honor the rite of passage that you took before. This is your time of liberation, and as you are fully liberating your heart of hearts, the others shall recognize you. They shall come to you, and there shall be what feels like a basic rite of passage. And those who shall gather around you are there to touch in with you, to recognize their own heart, their own path. And it shall be an exchange of codes, if you will, and a time of remembering. It is to wash the waters clean from the time before, so that the present future can be made clear to you. And they're talking about the old what do you call, rite of passage, 40 days and 40 nights in the desert. Well, this is 40 days and 40 nights of joyousness, reflection, visioning, recognition recognition of that which you are and that which you are becoming. So they're saying that as you're recognizing in this manner of beingness is to know that all is truly well. And my body is shaken like a leaf here. They're saying that as you recognize in this awareness that the way forward shall be shown to you. And so this is now a collective, the sort of that singularity of that very strong Christ consciousness has now grown into a collective, and Isa, Jesus, Jeshua, he's now with the larger disciple group, and the disciple group is overlaid now into present moment, and I'm being shown and told that we are the benefactors, and we are the chosen one, and not to get heady about this, but the chosen ones that we held our hand up prior to this incarnation and said, we were told that this would be the time, and that the promise was that we would never be forgotten and we would not fail in our mission, that we would succeed. And so this is the time of the great shifting, the opening, the doorway is opening, and all of us are stepping through that and being shown. There's a clear affirmation in our resolve to step through that open doorway into the inner light of God that we are already. And as we recognize and as we create and as we grow and as we fully orchestrate the changes that shall come our way, they're saying that we shall be victorious. Because what are we being victorious about? They're kind of having me in that feeling of we shall be victorious because all this density, all this stress and pressure and concern over, are we going to make it? Is it this way or that way? We're to step through that doorway with sureness of heart and recognize that as we are moving and as we are growing and as we are fully orchestrating the changes that shall come our way, that we are to disengage from wishful thinking and begin to be very clear as we upshift our frequency and receive the gift of God consciousness, which God consciousness, I asked them to be more specific. What is that exactly? And they're saying God consciousness is the reality of life and living in a way that shall truly set your heart free. It's the alignment with the truest aspect of your heart path. So they're saying that as you are recognizing in this manner is to know that all is quite well. And so the reality of our current day moment is to be with ease and grace. And our present future, the doorway is open to us. We have recognized and realized a critical mass. And so we are the leaders. The children are speaking prophetic word to us all. And as we are letting go of our supposed tos and have tos about who is this and how does this have to be in terms of a structural framework of life in society, and allow the children's voices to speak clearly to us, that we shall see the way, we shall know the way, and we are to take an affirmative step based upon our heart of hearts. And our heart of hearts in community is our connection with one another. As we face outward, we receive the instructional sets within our hearts, we face outward, and as we face outward, we are met with individuals that either amplify the light within us or perhaps call us to minister, to speak truth, or just to hold to the presence of God incarnate that we are, to witness their spiritual rebirthing and growth as we move forward. They're saying you shall know your community through this energy signature of heart to heart in oneness. You shall go. And they're saying, be not afraid of witnessing the many miracles upon you, and revel in the miracles, sing your praises, sing your brethren's phrases, be of joyful noise in the way that you create, the way that you grow, the way that you honor yourself and others in your community. So they're saying that as we move forward in this place of ease and grace, to honoring is probably the most important currency of the day, because as you honor, you will find your way into your present future and find your rightful place, if you will, your rightful alignments. I'm also hearing that many of our creations are to, how do you say, fall to the sands of time. I'm back on the beach with the wave coming up and taking the image of the creations, a sandcastle, the words. And they're saying many of us will find that our creations of old shall be washed away because they serve their particular purpose. And it's not to define us moving forward. As you recognize in this manner of beingness, is to know that as you are letting go, we're not to hold on to things, we're not even to covet concepts, we're not to protect, like we're having to license and protect our creations or even our thought patterns. They're saying you must empty the vessel in order for to be renewed by fresh ideas, renewed perspectives, and what you've been perhaps building for some time served its purpose. It is no longer necessary as you move forward. Structure as you move forward will be very liquid, fluid, flexible. You shall be nimble on your feet, even though some of us will be guided to be in particular locations with varying people that we're co-creating with. Those are for a time. We're not to get so enamored or so focused on what must be that we find ourselves protecting our viewpoint. Is to be willing to allow your heart to guide you, to stay open, to stay fluid, to be accepting of all beings everywhere. And you're going to find that the relative world, as we see it structurally, shall, I'm hearing the word disavow. You will be asked, as in those earlier times, do you trust? Do you follow? Who and what are you following? And you will be asked to disavow the ways of old and to disavow your heart. They're saying, but you cannot disavow your heart because that is who you are. That is what you are listening to and with. And so they're saying that be aware of the false prophets bearing gifts of salvation, just as before. This shall be again. They shall offer you many rewards, many gifts for you to say and to do things that are not true or that are there to appease others. You shall not be in that space. So this gets a little tricky because we're still in a physical realm of life here. And so this world is full of negotiations and ebbs and flows and consensus and who's right and who's wrong. And yet they're saying you must speak your truth without flinching. You must honor the inner light of God that you are already, without regard to your attachment to the outcome, because this shall be the open doorway for which you are stepping through. And it is not a matter of polarity that you are to entertain. You are to speak only from that place and that awareness of your heart of hearts. And so it does not matter what someone thinks or feels or wants you to do or say. You must be true to self, and self is God's self. The mother of all nourishes you. The father of all provides the structure, and the structure of the new way forward is upon us now. It is a matter of discovery, self-discovery, that you shall find that as you are creating and as you are growing and as you are fully orchestrating, the changes forward. In other words, it is your heart of hearts that is changing the transformative way in which we live and how we are in community with one another, and to, again, to exercising credible compassion for those that do not understand and are wanting us to appease them, wanting us to validate them. And this is a nebulous them, they're saying, because each of us will be tested in a way. Tested is not quite the right word, but affronted with that which is and that which is becoming, because it is merely a frequency shifting that shall take us into the upper worlds fully and completely, so that we can begin to our building process. And this is what they're speaking of. The higher frequency bandwidth has everything that we need to live in the new way as we recognize and as we create and as we grow and as we are fully in that light of God that we are already, and we are surrounded by light. We are in community. We are to pay very close attention to and I have to take a moment and feel this energy, because it's I'll have to describe it before I actually say the words from this field. It's like walking through a doorway, a very large doorway. It might be carved and beautiful or simple. You may have to step over the threshold. The threshold may be even like a sliding door, double doors that just slide open and filled full of light. But once you step through the doorway, over the threshold, into the light, they're showing me how the plane, the alignment changes. It's like there's an angle to this alignment. And what they're saying is, if we have not fully been tested and affirmed our alignment with the discernment of the integrity of the inner light of God that we are already, that it will be easy to become confused, because this alignment, this light, this plane of existence that we're all about to step into, or are in the process of stepping into, is not hardwired the way through cause and effect, the way that this universe, this world, this timeline that we're leaving is. It is a creative, manifesting present future. And it's from the feeling, sensing of the inner heart of our soul and what we are connecting with, as we are children of the mother of all, and we are aligning with the structure of God consciousness. It comes with the incredible power of manifestation. And manifestation is to be fully balanced with great love, joy, passion, and compassion for all beings everywhere. There are many beings that are already in this upper bandwidth, this cultural, creative, I'm going to say, bandwidth of light. These are the individuals that have found their way to freedom and love and joyousness. Many of these people currently are nomads or are creating and anchoring communities of the future in present moment. They are few in number, and yet these numbers are going to grow exponentially as more of us get our sea legs in this new paradigm. I'm watching as two planes of existence come together and they intersect. And the plane of existence that we are in is, we want to see a cause coming at us and then we react, or we imagine and then we watch as things come at us. This new plane of existence, as in a higher waveform or higher bandwidth, we are that creative force. And as we think and feel and come into full alignment with what we have been shown and told as a soul embodied, and we ignite in joy and passion, we create it. It comes from the inside out. And we recognize that the people that we connect with are also creating, emanating light from the inside out. And so the rules of the game, if you will, on this planet are different. They've changed, they've transformed, and it may take us a bit to get used to this. And yet, coming back into the old comfort of life coming at us out of habit is likely going to be kind of our fallback position. But once you step through the doorway, they're saying the door closes behind you because the upshifting of frequency shall be so enveloping, it'll just be a matter of becoming more comfortable with this new way of creating to the point where you will simply be immersed and it'll become quite natural. What you're going to find is that everything that you've ever imagined and put into the field in terms of your heart's desire is in this bandwidth of creation. And there are many, like I said, that are already there. And so as I interacted with this plane of existence, it has a feeling of about maybe a 30-degree angle. And it literally looks like a plane, like I'm looking at this angle, and it's very translucent, very like a light aqua green color. And it's more aqua on one side and kind of a light green with a yellow hue on the underside of it, or the dividing line of it. And they're saying that this is the way that we shall see our way forward, is through light, sound, and color. It is the vibrational imprinting of sound that shall guide us. It is the note that we feel within us, and we shall be attracted to that feeling and that knowing and amplify that feeling and that knowing within us. Then it shall be that the magnification of the color shall surround us, and that plane of existence shall swirl and change and morph. And yet we shall find a way through present future into a unified field of light that shall take us into our future to meet our ancestors that are there waiting for us to teach us, to impart what they have learned in their way of working, and to help us to understand the way forward. We shall be here with you. We shall go with you. We shall walk side by side with you. And as you do, know that all is quite well. And they're showing me this takes us into about 2052, which is part of the creative force of light, I'm going to say the apex of this frequency field of building, of anchoring, of communing with these star beings that are in our atmosphere, imparting, shifting, sending us codes of light to support us as we move forward in this way. And they're saying that know that we are here, know that we have come and we have returned. We have come to you and we have returned. For those of you that had been feeling that you had been left behind, you have never been left behind. There was never an intention to ever leave you behind or to abandon you. We have always discerned and were committed to the great returning. And this feels like the kind of like a mind meld of the starship that is in our galactic atmosphere, and they're showing me the many beings of light that had felt that the losses would be a great suffering, and yet they're saying that we are here to repair the breach. We are here to honor you, to love you, to those that feel broken or tired. We are here to help you to revitalize and to rejuvenate your light body and to bring you what you have been seeking all along, which is the feeling of deep connection and oneness. And with the words, we are in this with you, and we have never left you. We have always been here with you and for you. So we're in that space now where the connection is probably as strong as it's going to get through about mid-January, from now through mid to late January. And I would say pay really, really close attention to your dreams, your visions, your knowing. If you get emotional and it doesn't make a bit of sense, that's okay. Just go with it and be in the field, and to be in awareness of your heart of hearts. And as you do, again, they keep saying the words, all is truly well. So with that, I feel like that's pretty much the bulk of the transmission. And I have to say my heart center is just absolutely feeling like it's going to burst from the inside out. So I invite us just to be here in the stillness and receive from these beautiful beings, these star beings, the master teachers, Isa and Isis, the mother of all, our ancestors into the future, and receive the blessings of oneness. I love the energy, and I love the energy signature, and I could go on in meditation. And I hope those of you that are with me is that you do, after we say our goodbyes, is continue your meditation and continue to stay in the field. And I'll keep the field open with my intention, of course. And for those of you that are going to join me for after the session at 8:15, I'll look forward to being in there, and we'll just continue the meditation as we come into the a different platform here. So thank you all. And for those of you that I won't see in just a few minutes on the other platform in Amplify, I wish you the very best this holiday season. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting me personally, as I have really done this, channeling this transmission month after month, and just hopefully grown in a bit of confidence in what's happening here. And hopefully it's been tremendously helpful to others. So you all take really good care. And if I don't see you in a few minutes or on another webcast, have a wonderful holiday and Merry Christmas to you. And bye for now.